The nodes know. There's an 18-year cycle in nature. It was described by W.D. Gann, and it turns out to be related to the north and south nodes of the moon, which are technically little points moving around in space. They're not actual planets. And they are responsible for the eclipse cycle in nature. What's happening right now, I wanted to show the relationship between the 18-year cycle and the present data, the present market action. And it's particularly useful because the market has been repeating what it did 18 years ago, and also 36 years ago, and also 72, which is 18 times 4 years ago. So you can see that in the several charts that we have up here, that 18 years ago, looking back on the short-term basis, these are 240-minute bars, you can see how the market has been repeating fairly closely what it did in 2004 into 2005, and now it's doing it again. In the second chart, we see several examples of this 18-year cycle, 18 years ago and 4 times 18 years ago on a daily chart, and this one's on the Dow. And it turns out what it was doing 72 years ago and what it was doing 18 years ago are very similar to what it's doing now. And going forward for quite a few months into the future on a daily chart, you're seeing a longer period of time, the market seems to be agreeing. 18 years ago going forward and 72 years ago going forward, they're very similar going forward. That gives higher credibility and probability to the storyline that that is what will actually happen. Now, in our prior video, we said the market may crash in September, October, which is still true. And if you note, the timing of this 18-year cycle lines up with the timing of the 94-year cycle as well. And they do have a decline in the same place. It's just the magnitude of those crash years was bigger. We are probably going to see the larger version, the bigger decline, than the 18-year cycle would project. But it's useful to know that on a short-term basis, you can follow the 18-year cycle, get a pretty good idea what's going to happen.